Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Godzilla Podcast. Another interesting article related to the Godzilla 2014 film. This time having to do with a quick analyzation of just why does Godzilla keep getting bigger in size when it comes to every new movie. And it points out two good reasons as to why every single incarnation of Godzilla has him getting taller and taller, with, of course, the 2014 film having him the tallest ever, somewhere around 350 feet or so. And basically, the article, which I've included a link to below, so check it out when you have a chance, it states that it's down to pretty much two reasons, with one reason standing out more than the other. The biggest reason of all is that pretty much it's because skyscrapers have gotten bigger every year. And it kind of makes a point on there. When the first original Gojira film came out, at the time, the largest skyscraper was the Empire State Building. And then ever since then, every decade after, we've essentially had new buildings that are bigger and bigger, with the largest one now, I believe the article states, is that one in Abu Dhabi, somewhere around there, that is tremendous. I mean, it blows everything else out of the water when it comes to its size. And the way the article states it is, if Godzilla had not gotten bigger with each new film franchise, so the Godzillas from in this case, the 70s, and then the Godzillas from the 80s, and then the 90s, and the 2000s, if he had not gotten bigger and bigger, then he would have actually looked dwarfed. Like his size would have looked dwarfed compared to the skyscrapers around him on there. And again, that's a pretty interesting point, one that makes you realize, after you scratch your head, you realize that, yeah, makes sense. It definitely is something that can tie into why he keeps getting bigger and taller. The other reason they state is because with the ads, the proliferation of ads that have grown within the past couple of decades as well, it's always about catching the eye and trying to make sure that ads only have a very, very short span, a couple of seconds, to make sure that you are 100% paying attention to them. The same thing goes with movies, and when you have characters within the movies, every single movie that comes out makes the character, if they're sequel related, bigger and bigger. Just look at any kind of franchise out there. The roles within the characters at the very, very first film compared to the second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever type film has the character essentially broadening, getting bigger and bigger in its roles and the action and the effects, everything on there. And so it's about catching your eye and keeping it there. And that's the second reason why they state that. And the biggest way to do that on an ad size is just basically having bigger is better. When in this case being the Godzilla that actually towers over every other building out there. Of course, there's that shot that we all know now from the Godzilla 2014 film. That's a perfect example. It's the one where Olsen's character is seeing the Muto flying into the city, and then Godzilla rises out of the rubble, and when he does so, he absolutely towers over everything around him. So if this were the first Godzilla film, the first Godzilla incarnation from the 1950s, then it would have been just the size of the buildings around it on that scene. Its head would have barely probably cropped over the building itself. So it shows the impact again of a scene like that. So interesting stuff. What do you guys think? What do you guys think when it comes to the Godzilla? Why does he keep getting bigger and bigger within every film? Are we going to see an even bigger Godzilla in the sequel? In this case, instead of 350 feet, 400 or 500 feet. So post your thoughts, share your comments below. Thanks again, everybody. Take care.